clay. Look on your map. We right above Florida, next to Bama, under the Carolinas, in Tennessee you'll see Georgia. We're Gladys Knight in the Midnight Train, the birth of Martin Luther King Jr. These are lyrics from the song Georgia by Ludacris, Phil Mob, and Jamie Foxx. I'm going to talk to you about why Atlanta, Georgia should be on your list of places to visit. According to Teropia, Atlanta, Georgia is one of the 25 best places to visit. I quote, "A trip to Atlanta continues to offer the manners and cuisine made famous in films like Gone with the Wind. However, it is also home to 3 skylines, a burgeoning music industry, and a flourishing downtown. Not to mention, Atlanta is home to some of Georgia's top attractions, including the world's largest indoor aquarium." My last 2 trips to Atlanta have been wonderful, and yet there's still much more for me to go back to see and do. With Atlanta being a hot spot for celebrities, you'll never know who you could be standing behind in line to get food or pass just by walking down the street. I got to meet one of the radio personalities from Ricky Sally's morning show the last time I was there. Close your eyes and imagine that you're in Atlanta and you're walking down Peachtree Street, shopping and just taking in the city of Atlanta and its beauty, and you suddenly stop in your tracks thinking to yourself, there's no way that I can be who I think it is. You keep walking closer, and as you get closer, you see 3 big buffy men standing around a guy that closely resembles one of your favorite hip-hop stars. So you step out on a limb and call his name, T.I. You almost faint because at that moment you realize it was him. It was really him doing the exact same thing you, as a normal non-celebrity, just shopping. He waves and smiles at you, and you nervously approach him and ask him to take a photo with you. He agrees, and you take a few pictures with him. Afterwards, you tell him how much you love him and his music and thank him for taking pictures. He walks into the store, and you continue walking and shopping just as happy as can be. First, I will discuss some of Atlanta's history and background as a city. Next, I am going to talk to you about why Atlanta is so popular. Lastly, I will talk about what to see, do, and where to eat while in Atlanta. What makes Atlanta, Atlanta? Atlanta, founded in 1837 as the end of the Western and Atlantic Railroad line. Pause it, because she's making thumbs up. In 1837 as the end of the Western and Atlantic Railroad line. It was first named Marthasville in honor of the then governor's daughter, nicknamed Terminus, for its rail location, and was soon after changed to Atlanta, the feminine of Atlantic, as in the railroad. Today, the fast-growing city remains a transportation hub, not just for the country, but also the world. Hartsfield International Airport is one of the nation's busiest and daily passenger flights. Direct flights to Europe, South America, and Asia have made Metro Atlanta easily accessible to more than 1,000 international businesses that operate here, and there are more than 50 countries that have representation in the city through consulate, trade offices, and chambers of commerce. The city has emerged as a banking center and is the world headquarters for 14 Fortune 500 companies. For over 4 decades, Atlanta has been linked to the civil rights movement. Civil rights leaders moved forward here. They were the visionaries who saw a new South, a new Atlanta. They believed in peace and made monumental sacrifices for that peace. Because of them, Atlanta became a fast-paced modern city which opened its doors to the 1996 Olympics. Atlanta is known as the Empire State of the South and as the Peach State. Now that you know a little about Atlanta's history, let's talk about why it's so popular. Atlanta is by far one of Georgia's most popular cities for a few reasons. Jobs are one reason Atlanta is so popular. Atlanta was recently ranked the top new city for college graduates and young professionals due to a high median starting salary and cheap living costs. The tourist traps, or attractions, are known worldwide. Atlanta is home to one of the world's largest aquariums, home to Coca-Cola, and home to the nationally recognized Martin Luther King Jr. monuments and historical sites. The Varsity. Enough said, the Varsity is the world's largest drive-in and Atlanta's most famous restaurant. The Varsity is older than the city's famous novel, Gone with the Wind. Atlanta is a hip-hop mecca. Artists like T.I., Usher, Ludacris, Outkast, etc. call Atlanta home and often spotted out and about around town. So by now, you have learned a little about Atlanta's history and why the city is so popular. Lastly, I'm going to let you know the must-see places around town. Atlanta has a lot of must-see attractions such as the CNN building and Centennial Olympic Park, but I'm going to talk about 3 of the most known attractions. The Georgia Aquarium. As mentioned before, it is one of the world's largest aquariums. It includes over 60 exhibits, 10 million gallons of fresh and marine water, tens of thousands of animals, and offers swimming with whale sharks. The aquarium has been featured in films such as Tyler Perry's Daddy's Little Girls, The Last Song, The Change-Up, and What to Expect When You're Expecting. The World of Coca-Cola, a museum that shows to the history of the Coca-Cola Company. You can take a step back in time and learn about the creators of the secret formula. See the vault the actual secret formula is in, and the best part is a tasting room where you taste different Coke products from around the world. The various historic sites of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You have his birth home that can be toured, his church, Ebenezer Baptist, that you're able to walk through as you hear his sermon playing, the King Center that has on display the actual carriage that his casket was on, his and Coretta Scott King's tombstone resting upon the reflecting pool, and the eternal flame. I have explained to you about some of Atlanta's history, then I provided you with reasons why Atlanta is so popular. Finally, I told you about what you must see while you're in Atlanta. Atlanta is a must visit. There is a lot of history in this one city. There's so much to see and do that you either must continuously go back and visit or stay for at least a week to take it all in. Like the lyrics say, look on your map, we're right above Florida, next to Bama, under the Carolinas, and the Tennessee you'll see Georgia. You know where to find it. Now take that drive and explore Atlanta in all her glories.
So you see that about the